Legal and compliance sections, ensuring adherence to requirements. Silent guardians. Welcome to Lesson 9.4. In bid management, the legal and compliance sections are the silent guardians, ensuring that your proposed undertaking adheres to the complex web of laws, regulations, and standards. Neglecting these crucial elements can expose both your organization and the client to significant risks, ranging from financial penalties to reputational damage. Key components of comprehensive legal and compliance sections. A well-defined legal and compliance section should include applicable laws and regulations. When bidding for a project in a highly regulated industry like healthcare, a strong proposal would not just say, "We will comply with all laws." It would specifically mention HIPAA for healthcare or GDPR for data privacy, and detail how their processes align with those regulations. This demonstrates a clear understanding of the legal framework. Data privacy and security. In a bid for a new cloud service, the proposal should detail how sensitive data will be collected, processed, and stored. For example, it would explicitly state, all data will be encrypted both in transit and at rest, and our procedures align with the GDPR standard for data protection. This provides concrete reassurance to the client. Intellectual property, IP compliance. If you are developing custom software, this section would clarify that the client will have full ownership of the IP upon final payment. It might also include a clause stating, "We will use only licensed third-party software and will ensure our solution does not infringe upon any existing patents," which addresses compliance with third-party IP. Ethical conduct and anti-corruption. When bidding for a large government contract, this section would outline your organization's commitment to ethical business practices. For example, our team members involved in this bid have completed mandatory training on our anti-bribery and anti-corruption policies, and we strictly adhere to the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA. This signals a commitment to integrity. Environmental, social, and governance, ESG considerations. For a project with a client that prioritizes sustainability, this section would detail your commitment to ESG principles. It might state, "We will use a local supply chain to minimize the project's carbon footprint and ensure all waste is disposed of in accordance with our environmental sustainability policies," which directly aligns with the client's values. Insurance and liability. This section would outline the insurance coverage your organization maintains and reiterate the limitations of liability. For a construction project, you would specify, "We hold comprehensive professional liability insurance of $5 million to protect both our firm and your organization in the event of unforeseen damages or errors." This provides a clear statement of your liability and provides reassurance to the client. Demonstrating adherence, beyond stating compliance. Simply stating that you will comply with all applicable laws is insufficient. A strong legal and compliance section actively demonstrates your commitment and preparedness. Specific examples and procedures. Instead of generic statements, provide specific examples of how you will adhere to particular requirements. Example, our data handling procedures, which are outlined in Appendix A, ensure compliance with GDPR by providing a clear process for data anonymization, consent management, and data breach notification. Risk assessment and mitigation. Identify potential legal and compliance risks and outline your strategies for mitigating these risks. This demonstrates foresight and a proactive approach. Example, we have identified a potential risk related to third-party vendor compliance. To mitigate this, we will conduct a thorough due diligence process on all vendors to ensure they meet our legal and regulatory standards. Training and awareness. Highlight any training programs or awareness initiatives your organization has in place to ensure that your team understands and adheres to relevant obligations. Example, all team members involved in this project will undergo mandatory training on data privacy and security protocols to ensure full compliance with all relevant regulations. Auditing and monitoring. Describe any internal auditing or monitoring processes you have in place to track and verify compliance. Example, we will conduct regular internal audits of our data handling procedures to verify compliance with all applicable data protection regulations. The results of these audits will be reported to a dedicated compliance officer. Key takeaways: building trust through demonstrated compliance. The legal and compliance sections of a proposal are not about just ticking boxes. They are about demonstrating a fundamental commitment to operating ethically, responsibly, and within the bounds of the law. By clearly identifying applicable requirements, outlining specific measures for adherence, and providing evidence of your organization's preparedness, you can build trust with your audience and mitigate potential risks.